What I love about being sent free stuff is it encourages me to then try. Tonight I'm making gigantes, the Greek big beans, which somebody in the summer asked me to cook, and then Alan heard that this is what I was going to do, and he suggested his recipe, which when I compared it to other gigantes recipes, sounds fantastic. I'm changing it slightly because I'm not going to put bread on top. I'm waffling. The recipe is in Alan Rosenthal's Foolproof of olive oil, and I'm going to set that over lowish heat. I'm going to preheat the oven to 170 degrees. Ouch! Onions going in with a cinnamon stick. We don't want to colour the onions, so I'm cooking them on a really low heat for about 10 minutes. I am going to salt them with, I've got my Bold Bean Company butter beans, which the drained weight is 400 grams. So I'm going to drain these and rinse them. Alan's recipe is for 4, I'm making enough for 2. I'm having focaccia on the side of mine, rather than the sourdough top that Alan does. Lovely, lovely wine. Lovely wine. So my onions are now deliciously soft. I've got 2, they're not enormous garlic cloves. I've got 2 of them though, and I'm just going to use my shaver, but Alan says you can grate it. This is like grating it, but it's grating it in beautiful slices. I'm going to put in about half a tablespoon, maybe a bit more. I'm sorry I'm taking liberties with your recipe, Alan, but I do love tomato paste, and you want to cook that out for a minute or 2. I'm now going to put in the chopped tomatoes. So yes, it's a tin of chopped tomatoes. You know the form now. Just in the name of transparency, I've got some tomato sauce left over from when I made pizzas the other day, and I'm adding that in too. You don't need it, but I can't bear to waste it, and I'm quite happy to have a load of sauce to dip my bread in. A generous pinch of oregano, half a teaspoon of sugar, 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt, and 2 tablespoons of chopped fresh dill. That is what makes it gigantes. I'm going to swill the can round with the water and pour that 150 ml of water in. Really good grinding of pepper. Bring it to a simmer. Right. Bold Bean Company butter beans are going in. I'm just going to coat them. Bring it to a simmer. Okay, that's simmering. It's going to go in the oven for 35 minutes. This beauty has come out the oven. I love it. It smells amazing. I'm going to serve it. Finish it with some fresh dill. Gigantes. This is quite sincere. Thank you, Bold Bean Company. I would not have cooked this had you not sent me those beans, and now I will be buying those beans. Thank you. So this isn't really a recipe as such. I'm just giving you an idea of what you can do. I absolutely love meatballs made with sausages, and I've got some of these gigantes butter beans that I made yesterday that's left over, and I can't stand waste. I have skinned, I've got 3 bog standard pork sausages, which I have skinned. I'm just going to break them up. Wash my hands. I'm just going to add, I want flavours that will complement a Greek dish, so I'm adding a little bit of cinnamon to the sausages. I put a couple of pinches of, what are they called? Fennel seeds, and I've just ground those up. They're going to go in. And obviously sage is lovely with pork sausages, so I had about 6 sage leaves, which I have chopped. And then I'm going to put in a couple of tablespoons of fresh breadcrumbs. I always use fresh breadcrumbs when making meatballs, meatloaves, those sorts of things. And now I'm just going to mix it up. So roll your sausage meat into balls with wet hands. I've got a pan on with some olive oil, and I'm going to drop these in and get them brown all over. Don't make the balls too big because we want them to cook quite quickly. So what size is that? Sort of walnut size. There's some great colour on the sausages. I'm going to tip in all of those beans, bring that to a simmer. So that's come to a simmer. I'm going to drop the heat, and I'm just going to let those cook for about 15 minutes with the lid on. That'll make sure the sausages are cooked. These have had 10 minutes. I'm now just going to continue to cook them for another 10 minutes. If it looks like it's drying out, just add a splash of water and just 10 more minutes. This looks scrumptious. Just going to have a little bowl for my brunch, and I'm going to finish it with some dill and a little bit of finishing salt. Let's give it a try. You can really taste the cinnamon. Lovely.